Hi everybody, it's Julie for AlanHutson.com and welcome to Hello Monday. This is our weekly creative video series and I have been playing in the studio with Easter projects. I'm kind of longing for spring and I've been having the most fun with the Impression Obsession, their new Easter release. They've got this great stamp set and some matching dies, and I love this Grassland border die by Memory Box. Now I'm going to start by die cutting the border from some parsley cardstock, but the unusual thing about this particular grass die is that it doesn't leave a straight edge on the bottom. So this is, you'll see what I mean as soon as I run it through my Big Shot. So I'll go ahead and die cut that, and then when I pop it out, you'll see there is no straight edge along the bottom of that die except for the remainder of the paper. And so this kind of opens up a lot of creative possibilities for this particular die. So my head is already spinning with other ideas that I could use this particular grass die for. So I'm going to take some glue glider and mount that grass border where I want it on the front of these little 3-inch square note cards. I already made these from some pool cardstock, so I'll just line that up. But see, I could have made that entire grass border even taller and had more solid down beneath the cut lines of the blades of grass. And so I see what I mean. So I bet your wheels are turning too. And I decided to die cut my little bunnies from some white felt. These bunnies are so stinking cute. I just love them. And I think they're so cute, cut from felt. It gives a nice texture. And I'm using Fabri-Tac to glue my bunnies down because glue guns, hot glue guns and we don't get along. So I always end up burning myself with a hot glue gun. So Fabri-Tac is like my saving grace when it comes to gluing things when I need a hot glue gun. So no burns, no heat. So I'll add a little bit of twine here. This is from that Doodlebug card that has a variety pack of different colors on there, and I just love that happy yellow color. And then I'm going to take that matching stamp set, and I didn't actually use any of the other stamps on these particular cards, but I'm going to use the greeting here because it's a nice tiny greeting and it'll fit right down there below the bunny. Pardon my big head there in the way. And I just stamped that really quick with some tuxedo black. And there I've got my 3 little note cards, and they fit perfectly into these little 3 1/8-inch square craft envelopes by Canvas Core. So I thought that was just an adorable way to package my little note cards. But aren't they cute? I just think he's the cutest little thing. And the next card I decided to create is using this really great background stamp. This is like my new favorite background stamp by Impression Obsession. This is a cover card, so it's 6 by 6 inch in size. But I love the fact that I can stamp all the stripes in one fell swoop perfectly. And I have tried previously to use an individual stripe to do, create the stripe background. And it's kind of tricky to get all the way up the front of a card and have them all perfectly straight and perfectly positioned. This lets you do it in one fell swoop. That's my kind of stamping. So I love this background stamp. And I use the soft green shadow ink by Hero Arts. And I'm going to take another one of those cute little bunny dies by Impression Obsession, and I'm going to center that in the top portion of that panel and die cut him out. And then I'll cut him out again from some scrap white cardstock. Now this time I'm going to position him with some temporary adhesive there on my cutting mat so that he doesn't shift out of place. And then I'm going to ink up the stamp with some of that yummy cantaloupe ink by Hero Arts. This is a gorgeous color. I absolutely love it. Because I can see through the block and the stamp, I could get him stamped on there perfectly. And then I can go ahead and take that striped panel and I'm going to mount that to a base card. So this is going to be my foundation, and even though it's not a single layer card, it's going to come off like a single layer card. And I put some adhesive very close to the edges of the opening of the die cut because I don't want any of those detailed parts to kind of get snagged and come up on the card. I want them down firmly. So now we've got that in place, and I can go ahead and inset mount the little bunny who was stamped in cantaloupe. So he's going to fit right down in there. I'm just going to inset him right back into that shape. And this just kind of adds a really neat effect, like he's embedded into the paper. And then I can use my little adhesive eraser if I've got any adhesive boogers there in the way, and I can get those out of there. Pardon my big head. I had to get directly over it so I could see where I was stamping and get it straight. And then I love to take this pom-pom trim by Melissa Francis and just cut off the individual poms and use that for my little bunny tail. So I'm using glossy accents to glue that into place. We'll let that set up. And isn't that just adorable? I just thought it turned out so cute. I just think it's a neat effect to have that inset die. So you don't always have to pop everything up, although that little pom-pom, I could not resist doing that. And the last card I decided to create was using the egg, and I'm going to stamp the solid egg from that stamp set right there in the middle because I wanted to create a grid pattern. And if I start with the middle egg, then it's a lot easier to build my grid all the way around using that one as my guideline. And so I'm just going to mix up the different colors and create this different unusual color palette of Easter. I don't always want to go with, pink and yellow and blue. So I went with the soft green and the pool and the cantaloupe. And then I just stamped the detail. There's a variety of detail eggs, and stamped that right over the top with the espresso truffle. But isn't that quick and easy? You could seriously bust a whole stack of these out, lickety split. I had an absolute blast making this collection of Easter and spring note cards, and I hope it gives you some ideas for your projects this spring. Thanks for watching.